Hello, so I've been uploading YouTube videos since early last year, and only as of recently I've actually managed to reach the very first criteria for monetization, which is the 4,000 watch hours, which I'm really chuffed about. Probably because I only started taking YouTube seriously about 4 months ago, and I've been uploading more consistently. Now when it comes to subscribers, you need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized. I'm currently sitting at 409. It's been trickling its way up, but in this video I want to share my tips from my experience of how I got to 4,000 watch hours. And I think it's easier than you'd expect it to be, so let me get into the tips, and here's the first one. The very first thing that I did that made such a massive difference in reaching those watch hours is basically just making longer videos. I think I was averaging in the beginning maybe 4 to 6 minute videos, but now I'm going up to 8 to 10 minutes and sometimes a little bit over that. The longer you make your videos, the more chance people are going to watch it for longer, and you can rack up those watch hours and a lot faster, as long as you keep those videos a bit engaging and it just delivers value and it solves pain points that people need answers for. One example is my Instant Pot Pro video. That's probably done the best out of any video that I've created, and that was uploaded some point last year. So far it's got 29,000 views. But in terms of watch hours, it almost contributes to half the 4,000 that I need, and it's 1.9k. And it's really important to note that this video was probably one of my first where I created it a little bit longer than all the other ones, at 9 minutes and 46 seconds. So people are finding it really helpful, they're watching all the way through, and those watch hours have increased over time. Probably say it's my most successful video, even in terms of subscribers, because I've gained 104 subscribers just from that one video alone. And in comparison, just to give you an idea, here's another video that I created on the Logitech keyboard. This video was around 6 minutes and 19 seconds, so shorter, about 4 minutes shorter than the Instapot Pro, and it's gained 26,000 views. So it's almost comparable. However, in terms of the watch time, I've only gained 1.1k, still a significant amount, but it's almost half of what the Instant Pot Pro gained. And in terms of subscribers, there's only 33. I hope that gives you a good idea on the longer the video, the better your chances are to rack up those 4,000 watch hours. So this is a topic that a lot of YouTubers have been sharing on whether to have a niche, especially when you're starting out on YouTube. Personally, I think it's best just to share all your interests instead of niching down to one particular area. Because for me, I'd probably get really bored of doing similar stuff. For example, I could just do tech reviews for the whole thing, or I could do some video editing, but I'm finding it more fun and enjoyable if I share all my interests. A lot of people can argue and say that's not the best way to grow on YouTube, but I think as long as I'm enjoying the process, I'm just going to keep on sharing all my interests, anything that I'm doing, anything that I learn that I feel that can add value to somebody else. Because it only takes one video to go viral, and you never really know what that video is going to be. So why not have a mixed bag and try all sorts of different ways and touch on different topics and then see which one sticks. And whichever one actually picks up, then that'll probably give you the indication of what videos to make next. Like here's another example I did on my channel only 2 months ago. I created a video about being a UK expat living in Sydney. And if you look at the statistics, even comparing it with the Instapot Pro and the Logitech keyboard video I mentioned earlier, you can see that this one was published a lot more recently, but the watch hours has actually really added up. If I look at Google Analytics, you can see it's got 7.2 thousand views, which has racked up almost 500 hours of watch time, which is pretty impressive for something that's only been out since the end of June. And it's also gained 21 subscribers. This particular topic was completely different from all the other videos I've ever made, and I just thought, wouldn't it be interesting if I shared my experience of being from the UK but living in Sydney? And I think it's doing well, and it just keeps on going up every time I do check. So personally, I think it's important, especially in the beginning, not to niche down and just express all your experiences and interests onto video form, and then one of them is going to resonate and it's going to be picked up by the YouTube algorithm, and then you know exactly what videos to make next. And I have heard other YouTubers say the ones that do niche down are the ones that gain more traction with subscribers and watch time, but I don't know, I'm going to keep it I want to keep this as interesting and enjoyable for me, so I'm not going to box myself into a niche until a little bit later in the journey. I know this sounds really obvious, but the more consistent you are creating videos, the better chance it's going to be seen by someone. And unfortunately, that's the way the YouTube algorithm works as well. If YouTube knows that you're putting in the effort and the work, then it's more likely to promote it and make it appear as a recommended videos for different viewers. So like I said, even though I started early last year, I did take a really long break. I think 5 or 6 months in between, but only as of the last 4 months I've been determined to build this YouTube channel and just get it somewhere. And my first target is just to get it monetized. So for the last 4 months I've been creating one video every single week without fail. Even this one's going to be a little bit late. I'm recording it probably the day before I'm going to release it, so I've got a lot of work to do after I've made this recording. So only in the last couple of weeks I've decided to add a YouTube short as well, just to pick up that consistency and to try and get 2 videos out a week. Now this next tip I don't personally do, but I think it's worth sharing, and that's to find trending videos. And the way you do that is if you type in a particular topic or area into the YouTube search bar, then you'll get a set of results that appear of what people are actually trying to find on YouTube. Not only will it give you ideas of what videos to make next, but it's also what people are wanting to see. And then once you've got the search results, you can just flick through and find ones that have very high views. And as long as the view count is much higher than the subscriber count, then it gives you a really good indication that it's a video that's going to do really well. For example, I've got 409 subscribers and I've got an Instant Pot Pro video that's got 29,000 views. That's doing very well. So if you can find those kind of video counts on other people's channels on the topic that you're interested in making a video on, then it's a good chance that it will do well and it will rack up those 4,000 watch hours. As long as you're making videos of things that you actually love, anything that you enjoy, things that excite you, things that you're genuinely interested in, and you're consistently making them and you're uploading them onto YouTube, one day it's going to hit, something's going to happen, one of them's bound to go viral. One thing is, don't ever give up, just keep on making those videos. I know how disheartening it is to just get 0 to no views. Like even my last video, it got 20 something views and I put a lot of effort into it, but I've uploaded it and now I'm just focusing on the next one. Also, when it comes to video ideas, which I've really struggled with, explore YouTube itself and just look at your interests. Ask your friends what they think you're good at and you're able to talk about and to share and teach and learn. And I want to leave you with this quote. I'm not sure who said it, but I've always found it very helpful. Something that's obvious to you could be amazing to somebody else. So don't discount any video idea that pops up in your head. Go ahead and create it and you never know what will happen. So hopefully this video was really helpful for you. If it was, I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe so you could help me on my journey, and fingers crossed I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later. Bye.